What's going on, guys? They call me All Gas TV, and we're welcoming you to episode number 1 of NASCAR Decades, the 2010s. Fitting decade to start with, as the 2010s are about done. We're a week away from that Homestead Miami finale, the last one, possibly forever. Pray to God it's not, because Homestead makes the best finale ever. I feel like at this point we could start talking about some of the important things. The drivers, the change in points, change in schedule, changing this, changing that, the rise and fall, champions. I mean, what better thing to talk about than that? In reality, what's a better thing to talk about? Like you always should do, leave a like, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Alrighty, so in this episode, we're just going to be talking about some of the most dominant drivers. This is, to me, in my opinion. You might want to argue this and find someone else who's been more dominant. The first driver we're going to talk about is a driver who's been lackluster in the past couple of years, and that's Jimmie Johnson. 36 wins, 107 top 5s, 184 top 10s, and a 13.6 average finish during the 2010s. Won himself a couple of championships, and the last couple of years have just been a slump for him. At some point, he's going to break out in 2020. Who knows? He can win himself the 8th title. He can do this, he can do that. 2020 is a brand new slate for him. He can go ahead and put this behind him and just think about the future. This next driver has quite a future to think about, as he is currently in place to be one of the final 4 in Homestead for 2019. That's Kyle Busch. Granted, a lot of things could go wrong Sunday for him to miss that. He's 39 wins, 142 top 5s, 209 top 10s, and a 12.2 average finish in the 2010s. One of the most dominant drivers in multiple series. I mean, he's got a grand total of 200 wins plus in the top 3 divisions. This guy here, he's all-around great driver, potential first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, there's a lot of things that can go with this driver, and he's still young. Just think about it. He's like 35. Yeah, 35. I mean, he came in the league. No, he might be young. He might be 32 in the league for 14 years. I mean, just take a look at statistics. Kyle Busch is one of the top drivers in the league, and no one who does it better than him. I mean, granted, he's one of the most hated drivers in the sport, but that happens. And, what can I say? It happens. It just happens. This next driver has been a little bit more consistent. With a 10.5 average finish, Kevin Harvick has done a lot. I mean, in a future video, we're going to talk about how he won his championship. I mean, he's accumulated 38 wins, 143 top 5s, and 231 top 10s. Kevin Harvick, to me, is probably going to go down as the best driver in this decade. Just think about this. In his past couple of years, he's averaged like a top 9 average finish. He's doing something no one's really done before, and that's be consistent. He's doing it year in, year out. I can tell he's not the most hated driver. I mean, he was sponsored by a sponsor that told him he's freaky fast. I mean, ever since he's been given that opportunity to switch over to Stewart-Haas, because RCR's bound to downfall, he's been amazing. So has this next driver. This driver, I mean, he did something a year ago that was pretty amazing. He came into the playoffs last year with 1 win. Of his 22 he had in the 2010s. Granted, he has 23 wins in the whole career. 22 wins, 112 top 5s, 191 top 10s, and a 13.5 average finish. That is Mr. Joey Logano. Now lately he's not been liked by other drivers, but he's like 28 years old. He's got a bright future in front of him. Like, think what he's doing now. No way he's going to reach King Richard Petty's 200 wins. I mean, he can still win more titles. He can do this, he can do that. He can be considered the best driver of the 2020s. He could be considered the worst driver of the 2020s. But he could just hit that wall, and his career can go down from here. Granted, I don't think he's going to do that. I pray that doesn't happen. I mean, I'm no fan. As of late, he's been not a fan of a driver, you know. It's weird to say that, but it goes along with this driver as well. Another Penske driver who's accumulated 29 wins, 114 top 5s, and 181 top 10s with a 13.6 average finish. And it's Brock Keselowski. To me, you gotta think about this. Penske hit it on the nail. They got 2 drivers who's gonna be here for a while. We're talking possibly all the way through the 2020s, halfway through the 2030s. I mean, these 2 are talented drivers, and they can't be forgotten off this list. Combined 51 wins, 226 top 5s, and damn near 500 top 10s. I mean, great drivers put up great stats. And that's where we're going to have to talk about our last one. And that's Denny Hamlin. He's accumulated 28 wins, 113 top 5s, 178 top 10s, and a 13.6 average finish. Yes, he's had his ups and downs. It happens. Happens to most of us. I mean, you have your up years, you have your up and down years. If he doesn't win the title in 2019, it's going to go down to multiple seasons he's had where he's been the most dominant driver and just had to put it all together. He, to me, need to be on this list. I mean, I could put Jeff Gordon. I could have put Matt Kenseth. I could have put, that's in reality, Chase Elliott, but he's only been here for part of it. There's not many other drivers that could really put in consideration for this. And also, Denny Hamlin gave us this gem. Okay, guys, I'll get to it here. This is the second upload of this. Here, you would have saw Denny Hamlin after Martinsville with his good old, oh, it's just short track racing, comment towards Joey Logano. But instead, you get to see this. Yeah. Back to past me. That's all I got. Like I said, I may have missed a few drivers, but I'm not going to do drivers who've only been part of the decade for like 4 years. They could be a part of the 2020s. That's all I gotta say. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends about this video, and I will see you guys in episode number 2, NASCAR Decades 2010s.